Hey everybody, it's Cynthia the Fishing Mommy, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of October's Mystery Tackle Box Pro box. Let's dive right in. Here's the card, and it looks like we have 7 items in this month's box. The first item is this XCITE Baits crankbait. It is called an XB1DD. It's a diving crankbait. It says it dives 7 to 8 feet, and it has like basically a sexy shad pattern on it. It's a silent crankbait, which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna be really honest, the packaging of this brand looks like crap. It looks really cheap to me, and that may or may not be any indication of what the bait is like, but I am not impressed with this packaging whatsoever. The hooks also look like crap. They're very thin wire. I'm not impressed with this one, so that's kind of a miss on the very first bait in the box. This says it's listed for $8.99 for this XCITE Baits silent crankbait. I would not pay $8.99 for this. Number 2, MUSTAD SKATTER SHAD. Now, I will admit I don't have any MUSTAD lures at all. I do have a lot of MUSTAD hooks and I love them. They're great. But this is bizarre. Again, the packaging looks like straight garbage. I don't know what's going on with the packaging here. This is a chatterbait, but it's super weird. It's got like this fish head. I'm going to go ahead and open this thing. It's got a fish head jig head, which I like. And then it's a skirted bladed jig. You know, it's a chatterbait. And I like the color of it, by the way. It's got this silvery gray color. This is the thing. This is the bait. I don't know, you guys. And it's got this weed guard here. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's got this weird long nose right there. And then it has a clip that you tie onto. I don't know what to make of this thing. It's a strange bait in a lot of ways, and the packaging is horrendous. But at least you have the MUSTAD name, so I'm going to trust that the hooks are fantastic. I mean, I feel more confident in this than I did on that first crankbait, but still, this is weird. I'm not going to lie. So we have 2 that I'm sort of like, what? The price on that one is also listed at $8.99. The next thing is Liquid MAYHEM Thrust Minnow. Okay. Oh, it's a soft plastic. These actually, I have to say, these look awesome. They're called the MAYHEM Thrust Swim Minnow, and the color is Sunfish. They're 5 inches long, and this is a 5-pack. There's also a little tube of Liquid MAYHEM in here, which I will say, I've never really used this in bass fishing, but I have used this in saltwater, even though it's a freshwater thing. And I caught a bunch of flounder on this, so apparently flounder like Liquid MAYHEM. Here are the plastics. Wow. Okay, this thing is awesome. I actually really love this. The color again is Sunfish, and it really looks like a bluegill sunfish color. Great long paddle tail. That's going to have some awesome action. And I like the fact that there's a thick head section on this, because a lot of times with these lures, you know, there's too much taper here and the hook tears out very easily. These seem like they're really well thought out. I love this. I'm really excited about these, actually. I can't wait to throw these. These basically make up for the less than enthusiastic feelings I had about the first 2 baits. The price on the Liquid MAYHEM Thrust Minnows is $7.49. The next thing in the box is another manufacturer I don't really think of as making baits. It's DOBYNS, the DOBYNS D-Blade Advantage Spinnerbait. All right, well, I mean, I'll say the packaging looks pretty good to me. I know I keep mentioning packaging, but, and I'm sorry for that. I know the packaging isn't what we're buying, but it does give you a first impression of a bait's quality. And that's why I keep mentioning it's the first thing I see when I'm assessing how I feel about that particular lure. And so that's why I keep mentioning it. This looks great. This is double willow blade, gold blades, chartreuse and blue. It's the color is called AO2 Parrot. I like this. It's a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait. I'll definitely throw this, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get bitten up. The price on this DOBYNS spinnerbait is $5.99. Next up, something I cannot complain about the packaging at all because it's from GOOGAN Squad, and they kill it on packaging. This is a PB&J football jig. Normally I don't like PB&J, and normally I don't really like football jigs that much either, but guess what? I'm super stoked to throw this, partly because GOOGAN Squad gives you such a good impression of their products with this super high quality packaging, but also because every single GOOGAN bait that I've ever thrown has worked great. In fact, my 2 largest bass I've ever caught in my life were caught on GOOGAN Squad jigs. They also put the jig weight on the actual lure, which I love, and I don't know why everybody doesn't do that. They put helpful information right on the bait for you. So for instance, in the case of a jig, it says what it weighs. In the case of a crankbait, it'll say the diving depth, things like that. I love this. I'm definitely going to throw it. So that's the GOOGAN Baits gridiron jig, and that is $4.99. Next up is another plastic. This is X Zone Lures Finesse Slammer. This looks like a drop shot bait. Pretty self-explanatory. I really like the shape of this. It actually looks a lot like a leech in my hand, which is gross, but what I like about it is that it has the nice thick head to it, so it's not going to come off your hook, but then this little fine tail is going to give lots of action in the water. The color is very natural. It looks like a kind of a green pumpkin color, and yeah, I like this. There are 6 of these in here. 3 1/4 inch Finesse Slammer is what it's called, and those are listed at $3.60. The last thing in the box is a piece of terminal tackle. It is Eagle Claw wide gap worm hooks. These are 4/0 worm hooks. And, you know, I like when MTB does this because they sent the hooks that will work with these baits. And so I have a complete rig here. That's great. This box would have been a lot better for me if they had also included that 8th item, a little drop shot hook pack. Even just 2 or 3 drop shot hooks would have been fantastic little addition to this box and really rounded it out for me. That probably would have helped me forgive those first 2 lures, these 2, that I thought were honestly a little bit weird and not my favorite things I've ever gotten. That is the 7 items that are in October's MTB Pro. It's a jackpot sticker, a monthly spotlight card, and the last thing we have in the box is the dibble. A lot of times I don't find these all that useful. I mean, who is MTB's audience? Seriously, with these crossword puzzles. Like, if it's teenagers and kids, they're not doing the crossword puzzle. Is it 70-year-old dudes? I honestly don't know. I don't know why they do this. I really feel like they could step it up and give us something a little bit more unique and more useful. So MTB, if you're listening, this month I've got some feedback for you. Do better here. Give us some actionable information here. They're beautiful, they're well produced, but when you do this card with all this information about fishing a jig, it feels a little bit, I don't know what the word is, remedial maybe? It feels a little bit basic. I don't know what's going on here. Choose better stuff, please. And then last, and honestly sort of least, it would have been so great to get those little drop shot hooks so that I could have fished everything in the box as it was and not have to add. That's going to do it for this month's MTB unboxing and breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, my reviews are completely not compensated, not coerced in any way. This is my honest opinion about everything that I'm getting. I'm buying these boxes with my own money, and I am giving you my honest opinion. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's really, really meaningful to small creators like myself. Thank you again for watching. Really appreciate it, and we will catch you later.